StoryShot's book summary and review of The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Introduction.
Are you a siren, an ideal lover, or an anti-seducer? These are seducer characters and, according to Robert Greene, author of The Art of Seduction, there are 9 of them. The book was released in 2001 to critical acclaim and became an international bestseller thanks to Greene's novel take on seduction. Greene suggests that seduction underpins social power and, although seemingly subtle, it can have a huge impact. Seduction can topple empires, win elections, and enslave great minds. It is one of history's greatest weapons. Join us to discover your seductive character, the 18 types of seducer victims, and the 4 phases of the process of seduction. You can also use the information in the book to protect yourself from seducers who may have immoral motives. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it, and the glow from that fire can truly light the world. Robert Greene.
About Robert Greene.
Robert Greene is a highly successful American author. His books primarily focus on strategy, power, and seduction. He is a student of Zen Buddhism, and many of his ideas are supported by the principles of this school of thought. He is currently the author of 6 international bestsellers. Greene grew up in Los Angeles and attended the University of California, Berkeley. He went on to complete a BA degree in classical studies at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Before becoming an author, Greene worked around 80 jobs. These included construction worker, translator, magazine editor, and Hollywood movie writer. In 1995, while working as a writer at Fabrica, an art and media school in Italy, Greene met a book packager named Just Elfers. Greene pitched a book about power to Elfers and wrote a treatise which eventually became the 48 Laws of Power. Robert Greene is also the author of The Laws of Human Nature and the 33 Strategies of Law.
StoryShot number 1. There are 9 seductive characters.
Greene describes specific traits associated with being seductive. To express seductive energy, put yourself into one of the multiple seducer categories. Your greatest power in seduction is your ability to turn away, to make others come after you, delaying their satisfaction. Robert Greene. The Siren. This type of person is full of sexual energy. They express it openly and know how to use it to gain power. The name comes from the sirens of Odysseus, who would lure their targets with beautiful singing. The Rake. This type of person completely adores the gender they are attracted to. This desire is infectious and seeps into surrounding people. Unlike most people, rakes are unrestrained and open to being a slave to their desires. Rakes have a reputation for being sexually successful. To adopt the rake role, focus less on what you say and more on how you make the other person feel. It is the form that matters, not the content. Also, let yourself go and get lost in sexual moments. The ideal lover. This type of person appreciates beauty and appearance, and they apply this to romance. Casanova is a perfect example of an ideal lover. After meeting a woman, he would study her and follow her moods. He would find out what this woman was missing in her life and provide it. Importantly, to be an effective ideal lover, appeal not only to the other person's physical side. You must also appeal to, as Greene puts it, their better selves, to a higher standard of beauty, and they won't even notice they are being seduced. The dandy. Dandies are fluid individuals who are happy to adapt, which makes them attractive. Dandies are exciting because you can't put them into a box. The people they seek to seduce are drawn to them as they display the freedom that other people wish they had. The natural. Naturals are always spontaneous and open. They embody the longed-for qualities of childhood. They are sincere and unpretentious, accepting and joyful. Naturals use sympathy as a way to seduce. They display their weaknesses, which then act as a virtue. People feel sympathetic to naturals and want to protect them romantically. The Coquette. This type of person is always self-sufficient. They do not need you, and that makes you want them more. People who are easy to seduce are not attractive. As humans, we like a romantic chase. Coquette's most significant strength is how they can delay gratification. The Charmer. Charmers will always want to know how they can please you. They are effective at satisfying as they are also very social. They will not argue or fight with people, but charm their way out of difficult situations. This makes charmers naturally pleasant to be around. The Charismatic. Charismatics display elusive confidence, as they are highly intense yet detached. This combination of features means people think charismatics know what they're doing. Charismatics are theatrical and uninhibited. They are the life and soul of the party, and everybody loves them. They believe in something and aren't afraid to tell people. Charismatics are also willing to be vulnerable. This vulnerability makes them lovable. The Star. Stars are the most mysterious type of seducer. They seduce people by offering them an escape from the difficulties of life. They promise fantasies and dreams, as well as guaranteeing the world. Stars make sure they are vague and ethereal. They try to keep their distance and, instead of giving people what they want, they let people imagine it.
StoryShot number 2. Don't be an anti-seducer.
Try to persuade a person by appealing to their consciousness, by saying outright what you want, by showing all your cards, and what hope do you have? You're just one more irritation to be tuned out. Robert Greene. Anti-seducers repel others. There are many types of anti-seducer, but they all have one thing in common: insecurity. We need to notice if insecurity is creeping into our behavior and remove it. If we can block our insecure thoughts and make sure we don't act them out, we will instantly become more seductive. Here are some types of anti-seducer that you might have come across. The Brute. They only want one thing, and they won't wait. These people are arrogant and obnoxious. The Suffocator. They are clingy and over the top. They don't even know who they are, let alone who you are. This doesn't stop them from suffocating you. The Moralizer. They show no independence in their thoughts. They drop their morals to do whatever you want them to do. The Tightwad. Insecurity doesn't have to be only emotional or sexual. If someone is financially tight, this shows they are insecure. The Bumbler. They are nervous when talking and make others feel uncomfortable. The Windbag. This person loves the sound of their own voice. They don't ever listen to you and won't shut up when they should. The Reactor. This person reacts terribly to being challenged. The Vulgarian. This person doesn't work hard to seduce you. They expect they have already won you over before putting any work in. Find out more about Robert Greene's 4 stages of seduction and 24 tactics to get into the mind of your victim or protect yourself by downloading our app today.
This is the end of part 1 and the free shot of this book. Thanks for watching. This has been one of your most upvoted books. Which book should we add next? Vote it up using the Vote for New Books survey under the settings screen in the StoryShots app. Which one of these key insights would you put into practice? Let us know by sending us a tweet at StoryShots. To dive into the details and support the author, get the full audiobook for free using the link in the description or the app.